For 500 years, the
Welcome back to the channel.
Calradian Empire dominated the
సో లాస్ట్ వీడియో మీరు
continent.
చూస్తుంటే ఈ వీడియోలో మనం అనుకున్నాం కదా వాట్ ఈస్ కలర్డియన్ ఎంపైర్ అని. సో
Its armies
ఇది ట్రైలర్
scattered
చూడండి. నేను
foes
ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ
before
గేమ్
them.
ఓపెన్ మ్యాప్ ఓపెన్ చేశాక దెన్ వీ కెన్ సీ వాట్ యాక్చువల్లీ కలర్డియన్ ఎంపైర్.
The strongholds of proud tribes crumbled beneath its engines of war. From the forests of the north
సో వన్స్ మనం గేమ్లోకి ఎంటర్ అయిన
to the
తర్వాత
wastes
సేమ్
of
ఇలానే
the
ఉంటుంది.
south,
డెజర్ట్స్, ఫారెస్ట్ ఉంటుంది, వీళ్ళు చూపించిన
all was
ఎవ్రీథింగ్.
brought beneath the standard of their legions. Brutal as the conquest was, the wise agreed that it brought peace. The land, now untroubled by armies, grew rich. But empires, like men, grow old. Leaders lose a common cause. Corruption spreads. Old enemies learn the empire's tricks and devise new ones of their own. Until one day, the bonds holding the empire snap. Then comes the civil war, pitting all against all. A time of hatred. A time of suffering. But also, even in the worst hours, a time of courage and defiance. As new leaders arise, from new places and new peoples, to turn back the tides of destruction and bring forth a new world from the ashes of the earth.
And we choose our culture, Valandians. So we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cultures ఉన్నాయి. 7 cultures కి మన description and advantages and advantage and ఒక disadvantage ఉంది. So Valandians are the descendants of adventurers from the west who lived under the empire for the continuous independent kingdom with the decline of the imperial authority, and they have already a well-organized feudal society led by the caste of warlike nobles who prefer to fight with spears and lance on horseback. 5% more renown from the battle, 2% more income from the mercenary, 10% production rate. And every empire in ఇక్కడ చూపిస్తున్నాను. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు రీడ్ యూ కెన్ పాస్ అండ్ యూ కెన్ రీడ్ వాళ్ళ అడ్వాంటేజ్ డిసడ్వాంటేజ్. అట్లీస్ట్ మనం ఇంతవరకు చూద్దాం. వాళ్ళ గెయిన్స్, విలేజ్ గెయిన్ ప్రొడక్షన్ ఇంక్రీజ్ బై 10%, ఆర్మీస్ గ్యాదర్ with 50% than civilians. Plus negativity, 20% more relationship penalty from kingdom decisions. Okay, the empire, 20% less garrison troop wages. Being in army brings 25 more influence. Village is 30%. And the Asrai, caravans are 30% cheaper to build, 10% less trip penalty, no speed penalty on deserts. Daily base of your troops in your party increased by 5%. And Crusades, recruiting and upgrading mounted troops are 10% cheaper. 25% production to horse, mules, cows, and sheep in the village owned by the Crusade rulers. 20% less tax income from towns. Okay. 50% less speed penalty plus 15% sight range bonus in forest. Towns owned by Battanian rulers will have plus 20% chance of militia to spawn as a veteran militias. Nice. 10 plus slower build rate for town projectiles in settlements. And I'll take the empire. Character and height, not too much height.
Circle! Facing outward! Wall! Now! Arm shields! Pick your targets!
Okay.
Let them advance!
బాగాలేదు.
Ladders up! Hold your position! Shoulder to shoulder! Footmen, hear me!
Okay, nice. Wait. Build. Okay. Then if we want మనం skin type. Okay. Face with any కూడా adjust చేసుకోవచ్చు. And this is my our character. మనం డైరెక్ట్ హెయిర్ స్టైల్కి వెళ్దాం. We have face. ఓకే, ఇన్ని ఆప్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. And eyes. Nice. Default బాగానే ఉంచు. నోస్ యాంగిల్, నోస్ లెన్స్. అరే బాబా, మొత్తం ఒక మనిషి. వద్దు వద్దు. టీత్ టైప్ పళ్ళు వద్దు. ఏం చేస్తారా పళ్ళతో? కోల్గేట్ వాడాడు. నైస్ బడి. అండ్ హెయిర్ కలర్ ఇస్ దిస్ వన్. అండ్ బాగానే ఉంది. Okay, this is nice. And beard. Same nalad beard, but the very good. Nice. Okay, nice. Same repeal and beard. Nice. Then choose your family. You are born into a family of landlords. Sorry, landlord retainer. Your father was a sister lieutenant. So ఇక్కడ మనం సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకునే దాన్ని బట్టి ఇక్కడ మనకి మన స్కిల్స్ ఆటోమేటిక్గా అసైన్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి మనకి. సో landlord retainers, we have polam and riding. Merchants, we have trading and charm. For freeloaders, we have athletics and smithing, crossbow. We have archery and we have scouting and forest. Okay, we'll go with forester. And this one is good. And next, your leadership. As a child, you were noted for my leadership skills. చిన్నప్పుడు లీడర్ అని నేను చిన్నప్పుడు మనం తోలు పనులు చేస్తుంటాం. Trading. Okay, చిన్నప్పుడు గుర్రాలు తోలే మనం. Nice. Like all village children, you helped out in the fields. You also గొర్రెలు కాసాము. Worked in village smith, repaired projectiles, engineering. Okay, ఇందులో గేమ్లో కూడా ఇంజనీరింగ్ చేయాలి. Okay, doctor. No. Gather herbs, hunted. Okay. Choose archery and tactics. Good. Trade, yes, sold products. చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్ మనం. Okay, nice. What do we have, by the way? Crossbow. Okay. As a youngster growing up in the Caladian, war has never too far away from you. I joined a commander, stood guards with the garrison, rode with the scouts, trained with infantry, joined skirmishers, served as an envoy guard, and we have this. Okay, trained as an infantry. Skills, riding, crossbow actually. Tactic, okay, nice. Before you set off your life for adventure, your biggest achievement was okay. Defeated an enemy in the battle, you lead a successful manhunt. Tactics will be improved. You invested money in the lands, okay, real estate. realized it is a trade very. You hunted a dangerous animal. Veera, you had a famous escapade in town. Okay, nice. You treated people well. You treated people well. Actually, treated people well. Like many families in Kaledi, your life was unattended by war. Your home was ravaged by the passage of army. After the army, eventually army after army, army after army. Eventually, you sold your property and set off with your father, mother, brother, and two younger siblings to a new town. You had this, it's the new town. You had a safer, but you did not make it along the way. The inn at which you were staying was attacked by the riders. ఏం దరిద్రంలో ఇది ఎక్కడుంటే అక్కడ రైడర్స్ పేరెంట్స్ వర్స్ లైన్ చచ్చిపోయారు పేరెంట్స్ అయిపోయారు అసైన్ టు యంగెస్ట్ సిబ్లింగ్స్ ఎత్తుకెళ్ళిపోయారు బట్ యూ అండ్ యువర్ బ్రదర్ సర్వైవ్ దేనికి అడక్క తినడానికి ఓకే యూ వా నైస్ యూ డ్రోవ్ దెమ్ ఆఫ్ విత్ arrows you rode them off in fast horse you tricked the riders you organized a trial to break out okay you throw up a manshift fortification okay okay let's trick the riders is good option actually I don't have any skills with you step at the rider you draw with arrows you roll the fasters dude scouting and tactics I need then you rode off on a fasters you organize a travel to you trick the riders they had trick the riders you choose our name but we well I them if you know you know మొత్తం అన్ని డిఫాల్ట్ సెట్టింగ్స్ వస్తున్నాను నేను ఏం చేంజ్ చేయట్లేదు recruitment very easy perception ability combat enable birth and aging okay start game
Brother, it's been 3 days now we've been tracking those bastards. I think we're getting close. We need to think about what happens when we catch them. How are we going to rescue our brother and sister? Are we up for a fight? This looks like an old training field for the legions. Perhaps we can spare some time and brush up on our skills. The practice could come in handy when we catch up with the raiders.
I'm going to run the course I need to know I can fight if I have to continue tutorial if we have no time to lose we can do more if we skip tutorials so do you think we will catch them up with the riders soon how do we prepare for
The tracks look fresh, and I've seen some smoke on the horizon. Well, they can't move too quickly if they're still looting and raiding. No, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to rescue the little ones. Or die trying.
your brother
This looks like an old training field for the legions.
how do we prepare
Well,
for it
if they're still pillaging, they may have split up into smaller groups. Hopefully, we won't need to take them all on at once. But it would help if we could hire or persuade some people to join us.
sure
This looks like an old training field for the legion. Let's go on then.
okay instructions WSD nice we'll training sword so we'll go to this nice ఒకటి ఖుషి సినిమాలో పవన్ కళ్యాణ్ ట్రైన్ అవుతాం మిస్ get my face in the mirror I wonder what I see మిస్ రైట్ అది మిస్ దీని కింద ఉంది. నైస్. ఓకే నైస్. ఓకే నైస్. అవ్వలేదా? సారీ, రాంగ్ డైరెక్షన్. అర్రే మిస్. ఎంతసేపు రా బాబు. తమ్ముడు సినిమాలు పవన్ కళ్యాణ్ కూడా ఇన్ని కుండలు పాల్గొట్టలేదు. ఎగరాలా? ఓకే నైస్. ఒర్రే నైస్. Before you do anything else, we are low on food. There are villages north of here. We can buy provisions and we can find some help. You better ride then. Let's go. Okay, ఇక్కడికి వెళ్ళమంటున్నాడు. సేమ్. ఓకే ఓకే డన్. ఓకే ఇద్దరు ఉన్నారు. ఎవరు నాతో పాటు? నైస్. My brother is also with me. Nice. I don't know. Hi bro. How are you? I thought నీ పేరు మాస్టర్ కదరా? లేదు.